How's it going, PokeMoshPit? I got a mixed tier match here for you against SkylerSilver. I was looking through my boxes the other day, and I noticed I hadn't used this team in a while. And it's a theme team. It actually turns out to be mixed as well. So I was like, I want to use this, and I want a mixed tier match. Who wants one? He said, I do. And this is the story of our game. So hope you guys enjoy. He's going to go ahead and lead off with Roseate. I'm going to go ahead and lead off with Swampert. Let off with Swampert just because I wanted to get the Stealth Rocks up for Volcarona. But because of that, I wasn't actually paying attention to the Roserade and how obvious I was going to be if I led with Swampert. But I make a multi-purpose switch here and decide to go out into Shaman because I know I can go ahead and switch out and get rid of the sleep powder if I really want to. But it makes more sense to just stay in here after seeing the toxic spikes, because any way I look at it, I don't want anything getting poisoned sooner than it needs to. And there's also the possibility I could wake up early, fire off a couple air slashes, go from there. Unfortunately, I get the 3-turn sleep. 5th gen has adjusted it, so you're locked in 1 to 3 turns for sure. And seeing as how I have to wake up this turn, either by switching out or by staying in and attacking, he makes a good play and goes for the sleep powder again, knowing that he won't be violating sleep claws. So I'm able to get off some damage, but it's really not that much on the Roserade. And he puts this guy to sleep. I'd rather have this guy to sleep over anything else, just so that way I can just switch out and switch back in. It'll be that easy, and then I'll just end up being poisoned instead, because he got both of his layers of toxic spikes up. Anyways, Latias comes in. I do not want to take a dragon hit. That's what I'm expecting. That or a psychic hit, stab. I did not expect him to go for a super effective move at this point. Or him to boost. On this Jirachi, I don't really have anything that can touch it. I'm hoping that by seeing Jirachi, he'll be inclined to switch out, not want to take a body slam or anything like that, because that's more of the popular set. But this is offensive Calm Mind, and I don't really take that hidden power as well as I thought I would. And that does a lot, for not being Life Orb. So I'm thinking he might be Specs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out to Swampert, and I'm going to see if he wants to switch out, because if he's choiced like I think he is, he probably will. So after not seeing any spinners on his team, the safest play to do right here is to go for the Stealth Rocks. He does end up going out into Roserade again. He can't put anything to sleep because he has the Toxic Spikes up. So I know I'm relatively safe into going out to Shaman again after I set up the rocks, because the best thing he'll probably want to do is to go for the grass move, which I will resist, or he can go for the Leech Seed, predicting a switch or something of the sort. But having Shaman here is good, because I'm going to be able to fire off an Air Slash or a Hidden Power. I did not remember what my Hidden Power was off the top of my head. I knew it was super effective against grass. It could have been ice or fire. I decided to go for it just on the off chance he would stay in. And if he does go out to Latias, I do have the 50-50 odds there. It turns out that it's ice, and we'll see that in a little bit. I guess I got a little bit ahead of myself. But it does a nice little chunklet to Latias, him being an offensive one and me having lefties as opposed to Life Orb. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and switch out, use Jirachi as fodder. I did not really want to take that hidden power from earlier, but I honestly didn't think he would go for it. I thought he would probably go for the Draco like he does now, or the Psychic. So I would have been good for more hits than that. He does get a crit here. I find that kind of useless, given the range of health I was, and he does run specs. So he's up -1 now. What I want to do is go into Swampert, because I know I probably should be able to take a Draco Meteor from the range of health that I'm at right now, and fire off an Ice Beam. But it turns out he goes in a Roserade now, takes a little bit of rocks damage, and I think I get a crit on this Ice Beam as well, which might be completely irrelevant for all I know. But I take out Roserade. Swampert won't really be doing much in this game, but it won't do much in general as long as Roserade is around. So having that out, I can go ahead and give a little sigh of relief. But it's out of the frying pan and into the fryer on this one. As he sends in Cofagrigus, I'm not able to do anything with it other than roar it out. So what I want to do right now is go into Shaman, because I know his stock defense is much, much, much higher than his stock special defense. But he is boosting it up right now. So if I go for Seed Flares and get some Spec D drops, as well as, get some damage, it'll coax him into start attacking me. And now that Roserade is gone, I really don't have much of a use for Shaman other than Quagsire, but I do have another grass move on my team, so I'm not too immediately concerned with Quagsire as long as I can keep my Zoroark alive, which does have Grass Knot. But as you can see, it's pretty straightforward. I'm just firing off Seed Flares. I wasn't really sure how much to speed up this match by, because there's a lot of poison and stuff. And, after turn effects and such, I didn't really want to get too ahead or behind of myself. But I'm kind of just talking about that right now, just so I stay on tempo. You guys caught me. But I'm going to go for the Seed Flare. If you've been keeping track of his special defense, if I'm not mistaken, he is at -2 or at -1. He's in the negative at this point, because I did get Spec D drops on both of them. Gets a crit. Don't really think it matters, just because you know, he's at +2. And, you know, I probably would have died after poison at the end of the turn anyways. I'm not considering Shaman to be that bulky, and I'm not saying that Confagrigace is that bad of a special attacker at all, so I would have died in any scenario. But I go into Electivire, thinking that a Life Orb Wild Charge should be able to kill. Electivire is not that bad in that aspect. So, Electivire comes in with a Revenge Kill. I honestly thought I'd never say that in my life, but he does. So, in comes a Quag. I don't really know what I'm going to do about it because I want my Zoroark to get a safe switch. So what I end up doing right now is I go out to Swampert. In a match I think I had either earlier or after this match, someone brought a Quagsire. They ended up going for Stockpile. So I think my mindset might have been that I wanted to Roar. But in reality, I didn't really have anything for Quagsire. And I just wanted to, you know, let this thing die so I could get a safe switch into Zoroark. But I end up going for the Ice Beam. It does not do that much. So what he actually ends up doing here, which I find a little bit unusual because he could have just stayed in here and Toxic stalled me out. But he goes out to Volcarona immediately after this, expecting the Ice Beam. I kind of just wanted to go for the Earthquake. I don't think his Latias is dead at this point yet, but I figured I might as well switch it up just because I might be doing more damage. I want to see how defensive that Quagsire is and in what aspect, since I don't really know what Quagsire runs. But I catch Volcarona on the switch, almost take it out too. That would have been great if I did. But he's going to go for the Morning Sun here, get the majority of the health back that I just did to him, and, you know, just generally Toxic stall me out. I'm glad that he hasn't set up. He would not have been able to set up because I would have ended up killing him right there. So Morning Sun was definitely the smarter play. I kind of put him in a spot where my Zoroark will be faster than him, which is definitely what I wanted. It's a safe switch I wanted. I wanted the safe switch in on Quagsire, but I'll take this too. So he's currently disguised as my Bouffalant just to have it disguised as something slow and, you know, maybe lull him into the false sense of security. That I'm really just aiming to have this thing in here just to take a hit and retaliate. So, or that, or he just leaves it in just because he doesn't want anything else to take a hit. I don't really know what his mindset was there. But either way, it dies, and that's a little bit more breathing room that I get this match. So I know Latias is faster than me. I don't want to stay in for whatever he has to offer me. So I decided to go out to Evire's fodder. You know, Evire, Jirachi, fairly useless this match. Normally, they kind of pull their weight. I'm probably going to switch out that Raji set, to be honest, because Offensive Calm Mind hasn't really been doing the job for me. I might go special defensive set that's going around. Anyway, I'm going to go into the real Bouffalant here, expecting to take a -1 Draco Meteor, and this right here is probably what ends up costing him the game, in that he sacrifices his Latias here just to try to get some damage off on me. That was the main threat I had, and now that it's gone, I think it might be 2 versus 2 at this point. I'm not really scared of Mawile, though, since the only thing it does have to hit my Zoroark is the Sucker Punch. So I kind of leave this thing in to die. If I don't die, then I can fire for an Earthquake, and that's great. Looking at the damage that this Iron Head does completely unboosted, he might be Sheer Force, but because he's Sheer Force, he can't flinch me. So I end up living, fire for an Earthquake. If I don't, you know, whatever, I'll come in with the Zoroark, go for the Flamethrower, take it out. That'll be fantastic as well. But I end up living long enough to fire off one of those. Double down, no big. Anyways, it's 1 versus 1 coming near the end of the game. He has Quagsire left with a little bit of damage on it. And I have Zoroark, who also has the Grass Knot, so I'm going to go ahead and do that for the win. And that was a pretty interesting game, at least I thought. If you guys thought it was too, you're welcome to go ahead and leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe, do your thing. Both of our links will be in the description as always. And if you guys want to see anything particular out of me, I do have a little bit of everything saved up at this point. So, you know, just leave a comment, you know, do your thing. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.